Good evening, my beautiful brothers and sisters in Yeshua. Today is Tuesday, the 17th of October, 2023. It is 9:49 p.m. here in Australia. I hope you're all well and I hope you've all been blessed. Brothers and sisters, I just wanted to come on this evening and add some more proof to the video that I did earlier today, talking about how Satan has already been bound for the 1,000 years. Now, he hasn't been released yet, but he's about to be released very, very imminently. Like, I'm talking 11th of November 2023, he'll be released from this pit. Now, I know the video I did previous to this one was quite long. It was over 2 hours long, but I had to make it long because with anything, a claim like this, you have to back it up with scripture. So basically, there's a couple of things I just want to do very quickly to try and reaffirm this and make it a little bit easier to understand. But if we go into Revelation 9 here, we see here that the fifth angel sounded, and I saw a star fall from heaven unto earth, and to him was given the key of the bottomless pit. Okay, the bottomless pit, remember that. So there's an angel that comes down from heaven, and he has the key for the bottomless pit. And this angel opens the bottomless pit, and there arose smoke out of the pit as smoke of a great furnace, and the sun and the air were darkened by the reason of this pit. Okay, so we can see that something is in this pit that's been bound. Okay, and this is why the angel came down to open it and release it. So this is why when we read in Revelation 20, and we have to understand, brothers and sisters, the book of Revelation is not in order. It's done like that for a reason. It's the glory of God to conceal a matter, and it's the glory of his servants to figure this out, right, and search this out. So we see here in Revelation 20, so don't get confused by the numbers. Just because Revelation 9 comes before 20, don't think that's how this works, okay? So in Revelation 20 we see, I saw an angel come down from heaven having the key to the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. And he lay hold of the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and he bound him for 1,000 years. So again we go back to 9. And the fifth angel sounded, and I saw a star fall from heaven unto the earth, and to him was given the key of the bottomless pit. And he opened the pit, and there arose the smoke out of the pit. Okay, so in Revelation 20, we're seeing the devil being thrown into the pit for 1,000 years. And in Revelation 9, we're seeing the angel coming down with the key to open this pit. And then we also notice that when the pit is open, the smoke comes out of the pit, and it's the smoke of a great furnace, and the sun and the air were darkened by the reason of the smoke of the pit. So right there, the smoke of a great furnace is what would change the color of the moon to blood red. Okay, when there's a great furnace, that's what's going to change the color of the moon to red. And the sun and the air were darkened. That is where we read in Seal 6, in Revelation chapter 6, where the sun goes black as sackcloth, okay, because of the smoke that comes out of this pit, okay, and the air was darkened as well. Okay, so there we have proof, brothers and sisters, because it goes on to say that, and there came out of the smoke locusts upon the earth, and it was given power, as scorpions of the earth have power. And it was commanded for them that they should not hurt the grass of the earth, neither any green thing, neither any tree, but those men who do not have the seal of God in their forehead. So who was sealed, brothers and sisters? Remember in Revelation chapter 7, you see that the four angels standing on the four corners of the earth, holding back the four winds. Then the 144,000 get sealed, and then lo and behold, the multitude rapture that no man can number. They are standing before the throne of God with palms in their hands, okay, and robes on. Okay, so everybody else that was left down here, bar the 144,000 which were sealed, these locusts and stuff are going to go and hurt them. So this proves, brothers and sisters, this is not in a millennial reign to come. Okay, it makes absolutely no sense for you read in Daniel 9. Okay, it says that you have 70 years to do all of these things, and that's make an end to sin and reconciliation for iniquity, bring in everlasting righteousness, okay, and do all these things and anoint the Most High, the Most Holy, sorry. And that's when we're going to anoint Yeshua Jesus Christ as our King. That's what we're going up there for the coronation of the King, okay? So it makes absolutely no sense when he's saying there's going to be an end to sin, there's going to be everlasting righteousness and everything like that, for Satan to be somewhere bound on this earth while we enjoy this reign, whatever, for 1,000 years, and then we come back to all this crap again. Okay. So I'm hoping you can just realize this now, and notice here, this is part of the 42-month reign of the Antichrist. Okay, so Satan gets bound for 1,000 years, and that is purely because, like what I explained in my long video, is because when the fallen angels came down and right from the beginning in the garden, right? The serpent said to Eve, you're not going to die. Surely you won't die. Rather, your eyes will be opened and you'll be like gods and you will know good and evil. And then the fallen angels came and basically they gave them a lot of technology. They gave them a lot of things that we should have never known about. Okay, and it's that technology that is in use today that is thousands of years ahead of us, brothers and sisters. We have this massively unfair advantage. And this is why Satan was bound. And I can tell you exactly when he was bound, brothers and sisters. We come here to Luke chapter 10, and we go down to start at verse 17. And the 70 returned again with joy, saying, Lord, even the devils are subject unto us through your name. And he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. Behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents and scorpions, and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you. Notwithstanding in this rejoice not. So don't rejoice in the fact that I'm giving you all this power to rule and reign with me. Don't rejoice in that. That the spirits are subject to you. So please don't rejoice in that, but rather rejoice because your names are written in heaven. Okay, so from Christ's time, when he made this commandment here, Satan was bound, brothers and sisters, for 1,000 years. Now you may think, well, that makes no sense because we're 2,023 years from this time. But what I am going to show you now, brothers and sisters, will blow your mind. So, I was in the shower and I seem to always have the best, communication with Father. I don't know why. It's just always been a place where I just really am talking with Father and really listening to him. And he said to me, you are not in the year 2023. You're in the year 1023. And I'm like, okay. And then all of a sudden this information come flooding back to me. About a decade ago, I was studying right into the added years because I've always known there's been some kind of conspiracy or some kind of deception going on with what date, what year are we really actually in. And I remember distinctly watching this documentary where it was showing back in the olden days, like times before us, they used to write on the buildings, they used to write the letter J before the year. So for an example, if it was the year 637, they would write J 637. Now over time, this thing called whitewashing happened, and the little hook on the J was starting to wear off, and then it started looking like a 1. Okay, so instead of the year 637, it now started looking like the year 1637. Okay, and I'm like, oh my goodness, Father, thank you for making me remember that, because I'm about to show you a very short clip, brothers and sisters, that literally proved it, because as soon as I came out of the shower, I instantly went and typed, "Are we in the year 1023?" And the video I'm about to show you, it's only a minute and a half long. It will blow your mind. And I pray that you just go off and do your own study for this and verify it yourself and take it to the Father in prayer. But this absolutely verifies what I said in this video and what Father has shown me. And all glory goes to Him, Jehovah, and His precious Son, Yeshua Jesus Christ. All glory goes to Him. But this is so exciting for me to have this extra proof to show you, brothers and sisters, and to verify what it was that I was bringing across to you today. Okay? The fact that makes complete sense. Because here in Luke 10, Christ literally says, "I give you power to tread on serpents and scorpions and over all the power of the enemy," all of it. Okay? We are officially ruling and reigning with Christ since Christ was on this earth. Okay? And if we are truly in the year 1023, okay, that goes to show, and and now we can start looking at there's all sorts of other things, like, for example, on my long video, I showed you how, a biblical year is 360 days, right? So effectively, they've also added on 5 days for every year. Now, if you take, 5 times 2,000 years, 5 days times 2,000 years, that's like 10,000 days they've added on. You divide that by 360 and it gives you an extra 27 years. Okay? So effectively what I'm trying to say is those extra days that have been added on because of the Gregorian calendar. See, the devil is very smart. He's using the Roman Catholic Church, okay, which comes from the Roman Empire. All roads lead to Rome. And the days and times and laws have been deceived, and there's been added on and taken away and everything like that. And so, long story short, what I'm trying to say is that effectively we could be 1,000 years away from Christ, and this is why when you look around and you see evidence of, the mud flood, for example. And this is why you can see buildings that go way down under the ground because they were covered with mud. So all the things that they've told us that have happened in history have really not been that long ago, brothers and sisters. They're just trying to cover it up. So this is why this can be verified, that Satan was bound from the time of Christ because he gave us all the power, and he bound him in this prison for 1,000 years. Okay, and then what does it say in Revelation 20? And we're just about there, brothers and sisters, just about for this instant to happen. Okay, that, in Revelation 9, that the angel comes down and opens this bottomless pit to release Satan from the pit. And this is what it talks about in Thessalonians when it says, you know what's holding him back now. Like, oh my goodness, brothers and sisters, this is what's holding him back, because he's been bound in this pit and he's about to be released. What's withholding him is about to let him go, brothers and sisters. This angel's coming down with a key to open this pit. And we have all the church fathers and everything that's been infiltrated by the enemy for so long telling us that this is far in the future. This is something to happen, the millennial reign, It makes no sense, brothers and sisters. It makes no sense. And God is not a God of confusion. But this makes perfect sense. That one, we've been lied to about everything, including where we are in time, how far we're into the book of Revelation. So I needed to get that out. I needed to talk to you about it, and I needed to share this with you before I forgot. So I hope this blesses you. I'm going to show you this video now, and please go and do your own research about it.
And we've looked at this film footage many times before, and just anomalous in a million different ways. But we won't discuss any of those today. We're going to go straight to the end of the track, or the terminal hub. And here we go, here we go, here we go, and watch this. Boom. Right at the end of the terminal, we see a date of erection being 896. 896 for this terminal hub, and essentially for the whole city. And what would happen? Only a few days after this film was shot, we would have the great supposed earthquake. And it would be interesting to find some photos of this. Here I'm trying to get a bunch of different frames, and as far as I can tell, it's as clear as could be. 896. Of course, let me know your thoughts, and thank you whoever shared this with me in San Francisco. And I've always marveled at these pictures found in old books, and we always wonder how they built these structures. And when I saw these images, I thought about some titans, some massive giants, just setting the buildings.
Okay, so unfortunately this is just a small clip, but it's enough to prove what I'm trying to say here, brothers and sisters. This is, I literally came out of the shower because Father put this on my spirit, and I literally typed this in, and this was the first thing exactly as I typed it. They added 1,000 years. We're in the year 1023. So this is absolutely amazing. So I hope this video blesses you. I hope that you can take this and run with it and go and do more study. Take it to the Father. I'm only a human being. I'm just sharing with you my journey, and this is such an exciting journey, because the reality of it is, like I showed you in my video this morning, is that these 1,000 years, we see from Daniel 12, it gives us the exact timeline. Okay, so from the time the abomination of desolation gets set up, there'll be 1,290 days. Blessed is he who waits for the 1,335 days. Okay, that March the 16th, 2020 was when the abomination of desolation was set up. Okay, that was the abomination that polluted the sanctuary, which is us, the temple of the living God. Okay, 1,290 days later was September the 27th, 2023. A very significant date in itself, but I won't go into that now. And then it said, blessed is he who waits those extra 45 days to get to the 1,335th day. And that brings us to the 11th of November, the 11/11, 2023. And on the Jewish calendar, it is on the 27th of Chesvan, which is literally the day that Noah and his family, the earth was dried, and Noah and his family could come off the ark. In other words, enter into the promised land. So this is what I believe, the 11th of November 2023 will be the day that Satan is released from the bottomless pit. Okay, and it's also the day of our redemption as well. So, and effectively, and then it goes on to say that Satan gets, when he gets cast down, because he's going to try and come up to the wedding. Okay, Satan is going to try and come up to the wedding once he's released out of this prison, and then this is where the story of the wedding garment is. Okay, it's like the king comes up and he looks at the guests and he says, hang on, why is this guy here without a wedding garment on? And that guy was speechless. That guy, brothers and sisters, is Satan. Okay, he's the master of deceit. He's the master manipulator. He's going to try one last time to try and enter in, and he's going to be caught. And this is going to start the war in heaven, and Michael, the archangel, will cast him down on this earth. And then Satan, because he's been cast down, he's going to be wrath because he knows he has a short time left, and that is literally 42 months or 1,260 days. So you take from the 11th of November 2023, 1,260 days later, literally, brothers and sisters, is Resurrection Day on 2027. Okay, 24th of April 2027, which falls on the 17th of Nisan. Absolutely beautiful, absolutely perfect. Finished, done, everything's complete, right? We don't have to worry about dealing with this in another 1,000 years' time again. That makes absolutely no sense. The books are being so revealed right now, brothers and sisters, and praise Father Jehovah and his precious Son, Yeshua Jesus Christ. All glory goes to them. So I hope this video blesses you as much as it's blessed me. I love you. If I don't see you in the next video, I'll see you in the skies. Bye.